might go to sleep on that Lamar fast break.
Mike Oliver's record set 30 years ago has gone by the board.
Did he make the one-handed catch?
Yes,
Touchdown Cardinals!
That's Marcus
Jackson.
You see the movie Major League? You know what I'm talking about? That's us right there. You know, we were kind of like on a misfit island. You got a fired coach. You got a bunch of kids people were on because they didn't win, but they're very talented. But, you know, I wasn't dumb. I studied the tape, studied every game last year. You know, I wanted this job because I think it's the best job in the league, but I was also impressed with their talent. I told these guys right when I hit my press conference when I took it, the reason I took it is because of them. And I thought we could win right away. I mean, these kids are good players, and they proved it this year. They just need a little foot to the butt at times to get them going, but those are my type of kids. I mean, these are blue-collar kids that are tough, play hard, they defend and rebound. And you couldn't ask for a better first year and a better building block. Well, it's just these guys stepping up. And, you know, they've done it all year, and you know, the Rams was just trying to get them motivated. We've done everything because, you know, these guys, we'd go well, they tell you 2 or 3 weeks, and we kind of have a letdown. Then 2 to 3 weeks, and I thought they were tough enough to take it. I mean, believe me, if I had a team full of soft kids or freshmen, you couldn't get away. Or if I was coaching at a big school, there's no way. I mean, I would have had a revolt. But these guys showed up the next day. Guys were showing up extra, shooting. Had the best practice we've had in a month. And that's why I like coaching at this level. You get tough kids. These kids weren't pampered by the AAU guys. They don't have street agents. We didn't buy these guys. And so this is the purest level left. And this is where I belong because you can coach them, you can discipline them, but they're fun to watch, they're fun to coach. I mean, I enjoyed every day in practice, and it's been a joy. I mean, coaching these guys, and I'm gonna miss them. But this is something they're gonna be able to remember for the rest of their lives. You know, greatness, no matter how brief, always sticks with people, and so these guys will be a big part of the Lamar family, and they'll be a part of my folklore. You know, I'll be sitting in a bar when I'm about 65 with a bunch of old coaches go, hey, let me tell you about this group of kids I had at Lamar. I threw them under the bus. And they went out and won 6 in a row and just, you know, got to the tournament. So these guys are always going to be special to me. You know, and he's done that periodically from a defensive standpoint. I mean, the kid can defend. And then, you know, he hit shots around the bucket when he got it. He doesn't try to do things he can't do. And he's been a big force for us from he just changes the game. People don't want to drive in there. He changes the shot. I mean, that is hard to come by. And the best thing I can say about him, I got him for 2 more years. But he really changed the game for us. You know, and I thought Stan did a good job. And but we have to rotate those guys in and out because just from getting tired. But I thought those guys have really stepped up through this tournament, being able to lay their body on these bigger guys that we've been facing. Well, it's just been a tough year. I mean, you get fired a year ago, and now you're in the NCAA tournament. I mean, getting fired is not fun. But it makes you better. You know, I'm thankful I did get fired because now I'm here at Lamar, just a better situation for myself. But, you know, I think about all the stuff with my dad, you know, your mom. I had Coach Parcells called me yesterday. I knew it was serious when I got a call from Coach Parcells. So, but I just wanted went for a university that took a chance on me. You know, I'm a guy that got fired. I only coached 3 years. I had 1 mediocre year, but nothing, you know, to be like, we got to hire this guy. And, you know, Dr. Simmons, Larry Tidwell, Billy Tubbs, they took a chance on me. And I wanted to win for those people. I mean, win for the city of Beaumont, win for Lamar. I mean, we got great people around us, and it just all kind of hits you at once. It kind of reminded me of senior night. You know, I was getting emotional in layup line during my senior night. And it's just a great feeling. But I'm happy for these kids. I told them with 3 minutes ago, if they just hammer it out for 3 minutes, it's going to be something they'll remember for the rest of their life. And it's the greatest feeling you could possibly have. Well, it's kind of, you know, personal, but he was just like, hey, boy, we got everything in place. Have we played them before? Yes, sir. So they know they can beat them. Yes, sir. And so I kind of sound like my players, like, yes, sir. And he just wanted to make sure we had everything in line, you know, don't wear out their legs, just kind of. But, you know, when I see the phone, it says Bill Parcells, so that was kind of neat for me yesterday. And then, you know, I got to thank my dad. He's been me and Buck's good luck charm. He's talked to Buck before every game. And now they're buddies. Buck answers the phone, actually. It's my dad. Yo, Coach Knight, what's going on? I mean, it's not, so they've become like friends on the phone because I use my dad to just talk to Anthony, because he's my quarterback, because he gets tired of hearing from me. So I got to give some credit to my dad. He's really helped us in the last couple weeks by, just talking to these guys, because I think it's good for these guys to hear a different voice. Yeah, he'll be ecstatic. I mean, he gets emotional, just after wins now. I mean, he told me there's nothing worse than watching your own son coach. But he was so happy when we called him, after our last game. Just said, hey, even if you don't win, it's been an incredible year for you for your first year. But I know he's really ecstatic. I mean, the ESPN guys tell me, he's keeping track of the phone. Mr. Mussenberger, he knows they're going to have a good dinner if we win that night. And if we don't win, he doesn't really want to go out to dinner with my dad. So I look forward to talking to him. But I owe him everything I do and I learned from him. The ball pressure of these guys right here, these three guys, we've been playing perimeter-oriented teams. These guys put good pressure on the ball, contain them, not getting driven. So it all starts at the top with the guards. And these three guys, along with BD, have done a really good job getting into them. You remember the rant? I can't talk about it, but it was clear. So that's why I have my timeouts way out there, so they can't make it on TV. And we have women and children that sit behind the bench too, so I want to be careful of that. But no, it was kind of straightforward to kind of get them going. I thought we started out a little lackadaisical. Well, he's going to get his shots. He's as good as players you're going to find, and we just want to make it tough on him, have him force shots and get frustrated. And then I thought the other key was taking out the other perimeter guys. If you look at their game the other night, 4 of them were in double figures. So you got to take out Mitchell and a couple of the other guys too. You just can't let them just start hitting a bunch of threes. And so we didn't mind if they hurt us in the post at all. We weren't going to double down. We thought their strengths to perimeter. So we stayed on shooters, didn't even help on the drive. Because anytime you help, they're shooting the ball well in the tournament. And so I thought we did a good job on making Patrick work for his shot, but I thought we did a good job, really getting into the other perimeter guys because they get dangerous. Cannon gets hot. He can really get things going, and the same with Mitchell. So you just got to be careful from a perimeter standpoint.
Like I said, I knew the talent we had on this team, and it was just, hiring Coach Knight, I guess, like you said, it mushed all together. So, 3 years in a row not making the conference tournament, I'll wait for that if this is the result right here, So, it was a long, hard season, and we did it, man. So, I couldn't ask for nothing more.
We was just playing hard. We knew the scouting report. I think we did come out a little like today's school, but after we settled down and just realized it was just basketball we played how we were supposed to play.
That's huge, and that comes to seniors being seniors. And we do it every game. I wish we wouldn't do it, make it so dramatic, but I'll give these guys credit. A lot of teams would just shut down. We've had some guys make some big runs at us and let them back in, but then these guys will make a great stop, make a big bucket. So, these guys got a pair of cojones on them. I cleaned up my language, and I'll give them that. They're tough, but they don't have to be that dramatic. I'd like to extend the lead, and I warned them again at halftime, but, it is what it is. And these guys, they never give up. They don't have a confidence problem, obviously. The timeouts was great. They're getting on each other. They realize when it happens. I don't have to sit there and tell them. They've done a really good job of policing themselves, especially, these last 6 games when it does happen. Because kids don't lose on purpose. I think coaches, we sometimes forget that and get a little too hard on them. But these guys don't like to lose, and it's pretty good. I've been really on remote control these last 6 games. These guys have policed themselves. I got extension of the coaching staff. Each of these guys, know when something would go wrong, they'd come talk to me, or they saw something we could do different offensively or defensively. It's been real fun. It's been fun all year, but really that they've finally really gotten it, these last 6 games.
Man, it's a good feeling, man. It's a real good feeling, man. We made it, so far, man. He been here for 4 years, man, and this finally happened. And now we're going to the NCAA tournament, so hopefully we can win that. Why not? I'm ready to win. Man, the fans, man, they're big, they big on us, man. Every time we score, they all in it, man. They still in it. Every time if we don't score, they're still in it. So that give us momentum to keep going. And our defense, man, we stepped it up a lot, man.
The fan, it was a home game. Unbelievable when I walked out. And our fans have been great at home, but to come up here, in the tournament. You know what it reminded me of is when Kansas plays in Kansas City in the Big 12 tournament. I mean, they have such an advantage when they play there. We had the advantage tonight because of our fans. I mean, that helped us. I mean, they were unbelievable. They were up the whole game, and I don't think we could have done it without them, especially when a team makes a run on you. When your fans start getting into the game, it makes you want to try that much harder.
I mean, like a lot of people were saying, you know, about what Coach Knight said about us, and thought we were gonna curl up and fold up and give up. But I mean, Coach Knight, like Coach Knight said, he knows how to handle us, man. He knows he got a tough group of guys. So we just came together and we just know what team we have. So we just said, man, let's do this for us, man. I mean, we the only ones in the locker room. We the only ones out there playing. And at the end of the day, man, it's all about leaving our legacy. That's what Coach Knight always saying. And we said we want to be the team that brought Lamar basketball back. And we stayed focused. We had tunnel vision, and we did it. So I mean, Coach Knight, I mean, we used that as motivation. I mean, but people always was coming up to us saying, Coach Knight this, Coach Knight that, and I just it showed us how mature we are now, and from my freshman year, and we could have been talking bad about our coach, but not one time did I say anything. I hear no negativity from none of our players about Coach Knight. We just said, it's on us, so we just gotta man up and just go on a run and play our basketball, and that's what we've been doing. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Coach Knight said seniors gotta play like seniors. So I mean, we got good seniors, we got good players too, also, but. I mean, your job as a senior is to, lead your team. And I think us having, 5, 6 seniors on the team, we have an advantage and we're using it. So, I mean, we just playing how Coach Knight wants us to play. I mean, yeah, I mean, we're human, man. I mean, we were embarrassed. I mean, not just for the comments he said, but by our play. I mean, he said what he said for a reason. So we just had to clean that up. I mean, yeah, people going to talk, but people going to talk regardless. So we just have to ignore that, come together as a team, and go on a run, and that's what we did, man, and it showed how mature we were. We could have easily, like I said, been on some immature things and, got in the corner, folded up like little girls, but we didn't do that. We came out, we responded. I mean, Coach Knight challenged us, and we responded. So, I mean, that makes him look like a good coach.
I think, me personally, I wasn't. I mean, I go into every game thinking it's a regular game. I mean, I try to make myself think that just so I can play with less urgency or however you want to say it. But I think early I just kind of forced some shots, maybe rushed them. But I think after the game got set up and I seen how the pace was going, I just settled down and made shots.
Go Lamar.
Yeah, you.